Link that's in the email. There we go. That link in the email will is our YouTube channel. You can always go back and look if you can't see something. You want to see it again.
Okay. Has Ted made the call yet?
Ted.
Yeah, Ted Richardson.
Oh, I haven't seen him. Is he planning on showing up tonight? That'd be
He
cool.
said he was going to.
Awesome.
I'll send him a text.
You live pretty close to him, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We actually ride together.
Oh, in that club? He had me come down and speak to that club at one time, the North
North Georgia
Riders.
Mountain Riders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you in that group?
I am. I'm that, and I'm also a road captain with Brader Gwinnett Motorcycle Club.
Rory and I rode with the riders on their last big trip.
Uh-huh.
And Ted's got me cornered in to do a Great Lakes trip for him. So
Okay.
for you guys.
That would be awesome.
If I ever get back on the bike, I'll give you a hand.
So are you
If you're going
Rory,
across the
Rory
bridge,
said we
Jerry,
cover
I
you
ain't
guys.
coming. I've
Pardon?
already told you that. If I have to go
What,
across that godforsaken bridge ever again, I'm not coming.
are you talking about the one going over to Mackinac? Mackinac?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
gated the
that one.
graded bridge?
Yeah,
oh,
never again.
That is not a bad bridge to go over. Everybody
Well,
teased me about
you
it.
tell me as I'm
we
going
took him at
across at
30. We took him when it was
45 mile an
partially
hour
snowing
crosswinds as I'm
and
holding on for dear life.
I think they closed the bridge about 5 minutes after we got across there.
Jesus,
Uh,
that was it wore me out so much that I got across the bridge and got a hotel room. Said I'm done for the day.
Oh, you were on that by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Hey,
thought you were
John
talking about the
Downs.
ride that Rory and I did about 10 years ago. There was still snow on the ground in the Upper Peninsula on that one.
Tom, I think a cat has died on your face.
It's getting crazy, isn't it?
It's getting wild.
I haven't done anything to it since I got back.
um,
Since I
Like it.
left
I'm
here in
not.
June.
Yeah,
So
that's something.
we're gonna
I'm
see
not sure
how
if you're Santa Claus or some kind of shaman.
I've actually thought about taking that Santa Claus role. I heard natural beard Santas make a lot of money.
Well, go for it.
Never know. But I want to be a biker Santa.
I
I
bet
Tom,
you'd
remember
do. You'd be
this
great.
this is not a political statement. It was my granddaughter's cheer team.
when I was about 85 or 90 pounds heavier, I did it on a volunteer basis. That's been
Did
quite
it
a
for
long time ago,
30
though.
some years.
30. Yeah.
So, Keith, how many times did you have your pants peed on?
I'm sorry. Oh. My
Oops.
dry cleaning
Did I
bill
say that?
was very big during those during that time.
Sorry about that, guys. Couldn't resist.
No, it's true.
How do I? I'm on my phone. How do I make this where I can do? I can see everyone on the call.
Wait, has
Who
he
you on your phone? You can't do that. Yeah, you can. That's a little hard to do. You can thumb through people as they're talking, or you can let whatever. But yeah, phones aren't notorious for doing this. And even those little notebooks that are just a replica of your phone, the software doesn't seem to work that well on that either.
Okay. Okay. I thought I used to do group calling on here, but all right, that sounds fine.
Oh, maybe it's a different application. I don't know. I haven't figured that out with Zoom yet, anyway. So,
Okay, that's okay. Thank you.
John, John Downs is back. Good to see. So I talk too much on these. Madam President, it's up to you.
I was just gonna let you run your course. It was fine. It was no big deal. Well, good
I
evening,
think
everyone.
we are recording, right? Yep. Okay, good.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Today is January 20th. Where is the time gone? January is almost over with. But welcome to the Rotary Club of Motorcycling Rotarians. I don't know why that is such a tongue twister for me today, but it is. So welcome to our meeting for this evening. We've got a great speaker lined up. Before we launch into that, let us take a moment. I want to welcome our newest associate member, George Abraham. Thank you so much for joining us. We are very, very excited to have you, and I'm so glad to see you on the meeting. I see we got lots of guests this evening, so I thank you all for joining us. And we'll take a moment. Anybody got a happy buck? Anybody got something fun they want to share with the group? Ted.
This one's for Jerry Jackson. Jerry, your weather is here in Atlanta. Please come get it and take it home.
I got to tell you, I'm dying. I lost all that weight. I'm freezing my ass off, and this is the first January I've been here in 4 years, and it sucks. And when you know it, it's the coldest January for I think 5 years. So yeah, I'm freezing my ass off. And if you have seen my Facebook, I bitch about it. Yeah, I guarantee you.
Yeah, there seems to be like daily pictures of snow, which, ha ha ha, where now talk to me. I think it's Saturday. They're predicting like really bad weather. I live in Houston. I mean, I'm like what, like 60 miles off the Gulf of Mexico, and they're already warning us potentially of snow on sometime Saturday or so. So talk about craziness. It is yeah, our weather is very bipolar. It's like it's 80 one day and then it's like 50 the next. It's really been a fun experiment, but I'm kind of over it right now. Of course, I do not miss the days where it's 105.
So, Deb, was that pun intended?
Very much so. Any other happy bucks? Anybody got anything? Anything? Okay, folks. So I'm going to actually hand this off to Jerry for a second when he comes back around here to introduce our speaker for this evening. I don't even want to call him a guest. Our speaker for this evening and what he's going to talk about. So Jerry, talk away.
Well, our speaker tonight, he's one of our associate members. For those that are on board, we have both associate members and regular members, just like any other. Well, the regular members are just like any other brick and mortar Rotary club. Associate members are those that belong to another club and choose to participate with us. And Tom's one of those. And I've known Tom for, oh my God,
It's a long
12,
time now.
15 years, something like that. Anyway, and he, diehard motorcyclist. Okay, that backbreaker that he rides, he rode all the way up to Canada. His last time he and I were together up there at the Calgary convention. Anyway, so Tom's led a few rides in a few places, and he's been talking about doing this Bourbon Trail ride for about 2 years. I finally put him on the spot last summer, and he's got it started planned out. And he and I were kicking around ideas for presentations tonight. And I says, you know what? I've been wanting to try this for some time anyway. Let's design the ride. And he was asking for some input from me on some of the stuff, and he's got some stuff I'm going to let him share here in a second about what he's planned out so far. And so tonight we're going to get your druthers, and hopefully by the end of the night we'll have a date selected and a plan going forward. So I thank everybody for here and joining on the Plan the Bourbon Trail Ride Committee. And with that, we'll talk to our chairman now, Tom Kale. And Tom's in Tennessee, incidentally, guys.
Yeah, I think of everybody on here, I am probably geographically closest to Bardstown, Kentucky. And John's closer. I forget. I'm not used to seeing you on here, John.
Okay.
John's about 60 miles north of me. But we've talked for a long time. I think the last time we were in Maggie Valley, and then following that when we were in Johnson City, I think we all kind of thought about a rotation of locations so that we would kind of move around the eastern half of the country, do one up north one year and one, just kind of move around in the quadrants. But the stuff we do in the South, or in this part of the South, seems to be pretty popular. And I think we've got a lot of bikers that like to ride the curves and the twisties. And so Bardstown, Kentucky is the kind of the center of the quote unquote Bourbon Trail. which kind of runs from Louisville to Lexington. Bardstown has, I think, 7 distilleries in its town limits. So the idea has been born. So I took a look at possible routes, and what I kind of focused on, knowing when we do these trips, we like to gather together. We really enjoy the fellowship. In fact, it's kind of second. The writing is almost secondary to the fellowship that we experience, and we like to stop at good places for lunch. You ever notice that? We always go somewhere good for lunch. So it turns out there are some distilleries that have restaurants and have cafes and things like that. So the routes that I'm kind of put together would give us the option of riding kind of hard in the morning, maybe 100 miles or so, a couple of hours without stops. So, you're into about 3 hours with stops. It would take us from Bardstown to the first day would take us to Maker's Mark, where we would have lunch. And then those that wanted to do the tour of Maker's Mark could stay and do the tour. It's only about 30 minutes back to Bardstown in the most direct route. And those that want to keep riding, I have an afternoon route so it goes a little further and takes a little longer. On Saturday, if we did this on Friday, I'm assuming we would do this kind of everybody ride in on Thursday, do Friday and Saturday ride, and everybody would leave out on Sunday. It's typically the way we've done most of them. But the second day would go to a distillery called Jephthah, Jeptha distillery, which has a cafe. And then we would most likely kind of all ride back from there together, get back to Bardstown in time to go do some distillery tours. I mean, obviously, if we're coming to do the Bourbon Trail, we probably ought to try some bourbons. So I thought getting back and having Saturday afternoon to be able to visit distilleries would probably play into what we like a lot. The big question you get with that is how. Obviously motorcycles and distilleries probably don't mix real well, or at least for some of us. And so the question would be, do we invest in some transportation of some sort that would take us all as a group somewhere? The other challenges from what I can see with Bardstown is, even though it has hotels, I haven't really figured out which one would be the best for us. And I'm trying to, and I don't see that a lot of the hotels are like within walking distance of good food. So it creates another challenge. So, anybody have any thoughts on just the general
I've got
plan?
I've got your 4 routes up here if you wanted me to share
If
them.
you want to put those up,
Well, I'll share them one at a time if you want. You can chat about them.
yeah, let's share them one at a time. We'll start out with the Friday morning ride to Maker's Mark. I think the map just shows you that we can really enjoy some scenic Kentucky
Just going to
mountain.
share the whole screen and then thumb through them.
Yeah.
There you go. That's your first one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to Maker's Mark from Bardstown. So as you can see the road is pretty twisty. But it's only 117 miles. So we should be able to do that easily without being pressed to get out of the parking lot first thing in the morning early. Any thoughts on that? And you can see how close the loop, if you were to close the loop, how close we are actually to Bardstown by the time we get to Maker's Mark.
So if you were ducking back fast, you would go, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you were ducking back fast, then maybe you do this route back just to
I
go
think
back
if you
fast.
zoom in more on the map, there's another road that that goes up there.
Oh, this one
There
here?
was a quick way back.
Okay. What's right here? I forgot. That's
Yeah, I
a
think it
distillery
goes
there?
up that valley, right? The road does. Yeah, that's the
Oh, I see.
distillery. That's Maker's Mark.
Okay. So it goes up the valley and comes back
Yeah.
up in.
And catches it's a road, and then it catches that highway at
Got you.
Manton or wherever it's coming across. But yeah, you're 20 minutes back to Bardstown if you want to. If you go to the distillery, take the tour, that's probably your option. If you want to keep going, then Jerry, there's the rest of the ride
Another
from Maker's
100,
Mark.
100 miles, huh? Cool. Wow.
Yeah,
Look at that.
so you got
18.
all the twisties. We go all the way almost to pretty getting close to Lexington, and then we come back. But you can see that's another 80 something miles worth of twists and turns, uh,
Cool.
which looked like a lot of fun to me.
I was up that
Uh,
way in June of last year, and the only note I want to make to people is like if we're trying to follow GPS got a little wonky out there. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, twisty road, but yeah, GPS got a little wonky on us and kind of sent us in a couple circles.
right. Well, and of course, I will go up there and hit drive or ride the routes before we do. I mean, we'll have some people that hopefully know where we're going.
Depending
Yay!
depending on the
Although, though it
timing
wouldn't
of
be
your
the first time
pre-ride,
we
I'll
didn't.
come too, Tom.
Yeah, but say it wouldn't be the first time we've taken off without really knowing where we're going.
You
Um,
know, we say a ride is not a ride unless it involves at least one U-turn. So, it's all good that way.
and
This
so
was your Sunday morning, I think, or Saturday morning.
this is Saturday after. No, this is going to uh Saturday morning, going
Yep.
to the distillery at called Jephthah.
Okay.
And
Right in here anyway, huh?
yeah,
Okay.
and
There's a
then
winery there too.
We like both kinds, winery and
yes,
distillery.
Cool. Okay. Wow. Look at that. Nice. All right. And then the afternoon trip, if you don't go straight back, well, it's kind of straight back regardless.
yeah, because the plan is for all of us to kind of come back. It's still a
Okay.
curvy road. Is to all get back in the early afternoon, and then whether we do coordinated trips to some of the local distilleries in Bardstown, or whether everybody just takes off and does their own thing. Whether we just decide we're going to all gather for dinner somewhere, that whole idea is just wide open right now.
Bardstown, right? Kentucky. I thought I'd just bring up Bardstown itself. So you haven't really picked out you said their other issue has to deal with that. Have Rotarians in this area, they have a Rotary Club there, right?
Right. Yeah. And the fact that I think not the immediate past district governor, but maybe the past district governor is from Bardstown. Um, they've gotten me some whiskey, for some hospitality rooms. They've gotten me some bourbon before, so I've got the friends.
Maybe you could con a couple of them to be like transport people if need be.
Yeah, I mean, well, and they may want to throw a social for us or something. You never know. Um, but you can see if you zoom in a little bit, you can see the challenge. The downtown Bardstown is really neat. It's historic. It's got a beautiful old inn, a wonderful restaurant. Um, but it doesn't have much other than that from a lodging standpoint.
There's a bunch of hotels there, huh?
We stayed at the Distill
Quinta?
Inn when we were there. And yeah,
Up
I would
here?
agree that a lot of things are
There's the Distill Inn.
yeah, it's kind of spread out in a way. Yeah, that made okay, we got everybody either back on the car, back on the bike, and we would drive to restaurants.
They got Uber.
Oh yeah.
That
And
again, I
and
don't
the and the Still Inn is an older format hotel with exterior entrances.
no,
Which
no, no, it was
oh, there
interior.
weren't any? I
Nope,
thought they had some that were exterior entrance.
nope.
Okay.
Do
I
any
mean,
of
of course, they got the Hiltons and the Holiday Inn Expresses, and
They're all pretty close to that.
do any of the distilleries offer any sort of a shuttle service?
that I'm not sure about. It's been a while since I've been up there.
There are some companies that do run tours. I mean, so that may be another alternative is, could you book a tour for those who, want to go and check it out?
Right.
Not only tasting but drinking.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not spitting that stuff out.
No, and you'll be surprised at how, I mean, even the only time I've been there and done one of the tours, we went to Heaven Hill, and I'm not a big Heaven Hill fan. But they gave us some of their Blue Label bourbon, and this was 20 years ago, that would knock your socks off. So you get your chances at these places to taste their best stuff.
Sure.
Because then they hope you'll buy a bottle at $200 a bottle or something. But
While you're there, it'd be so convenient.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I admit though, at Maker's Mark, they do the wax dipping thing, and that is, if you're into that sort of thing, that was my husband and one of my girlfriends was up there doing the wax dipping this year, and what a fun souvenir to bring home.
Yeah, and Ted, Buffalo Trace, I think used to have. I saw you holding that up. They used to have a restaurant. There were a lot of places that never reopened their restaurants after COVID.
Oh, wow.
Surprisingly, and the distillery business they are struggling. There have been a couple of distilleries that have gone under. One over in Corbin, Kentucky, went under before it even opened the doors. $45 million down the tube. So,
Well, my 2 cents worth, just from the name alone, Distill, for the type of thing we're doing, Distill Inn in Bardstown sounds like a cool place to stay, and we just got to figure out the transportation to places. So, and I don't worry anymore. I just hop Uber. But the reason I brought up the Rotary Club is, maybe we want to join them or they join us and transport us over to a couple different distilleries to make life easier or something like that. And when Tom and I were talking before, the one thought was, we make this a ride where we all chip in. I don't know, 25. This is way off the top of my head. We all chipped in $25 and we have somebody hired for a motor transport one day we do our ride, we get back, and then they take us back to the distillery to get lost or whatever.
yeah. Now I looked online to see if there were any livery services in Bardstown. I didn't see any, so you're probably gonna have to get something out of Louisville.
Well,
But
I think the best place to start though is that Rotary Club.
oh yeah, and I've got to be in touch with some of them anyways coming up because of Pets is coming up in March. So
Cool. Well, when
Let's
do
say,
when do we want Tom to do this, guys?
Tom,
yeah, Ted.
if I may, there is an Enterprise rent-a-car there. We could rent like a 15-passenger van or something.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's a thought.
For two.
Everybody back in the van.
No, we're gonna get John Downs to bring his RV.
Yeah, there you go.
And John's gonna drive us all around in his RV.
I'll have to tow one of the motorcycles.
But
You
we'll
have
let
to
you
tow
unhook the
them all,
trailer
John.
before you drive us all around Bardstown in it.
You talking about going across that bridge on a motorcycle. You ought to have been going across that thing in a motorhome towing a pickup truck.
Yeah, exactly.
They close the bridge to the motorhomes when the winds get to a certain speed. I think it's 35-mile-an-hour or 40.
I
I
don't know.
forget which. And it's
I was
five
right
miles
behind
more they
one.
close it to motorcycles, and 5 miles more they close it to everybody.
I was on the concrete portion right behind an RV and I stayed there.
Well,
Hung
half
on
of
for
it's
dear
under
life.
construction.
So, yeah, I mean, the next question really is when. I mean, the spring's tough for everybody, district conferences and trainings and everything else. Um, the weather, I mean, goodness knows, uh, we you can't predict what it's going to be, but it would probably be nice to hedge our bets on something a little warmer. Um, so that probably pushes us into I'm thinking April, but um Easter's the first weekend, so the rest of April is pretty decent if that doesn't interfere. Jerry, when is y'all's district conference
District
up your way?
conference?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a ride associated with that. Let me get my calendar up. Just a heads up, and it doesn't depend on me, Tom, at all. But I'm spending a good chunk of April in Nepal on a Rotary Eye mission.
Are you? Okay.
The district conference is the first weekend of May, so I'm probably gonna have a ride together for a couple days before that. So from right around the 29th of April to 4th of May, I've got kind of booked up for that.
Okay.
And there's some of us here on the call. I think they're gonna be on that with me. So, but you say April. See, like, let's see. I'm looking at my calendar. Yeah, like I said, I just got a chunk that I'm going to be in Nepal. I've volunteered on. So,
Right.
and like I said, it doesn't hurt. Well, it doesn't make that. You don't need to make that dependent on me. The
Well,
Yeah. So I'm first weekend is Easter Sunday, and the following 3 weekends I'm in Nepal. So
following three. So
yeah,
you're basically the whole month of April. And then
and
you're
don't
back. Then you're back and you've got district conference that
yeah. I
weekend,
mean,
which I've got crazy stuff that weekend too. So
uh,
um
Now,
and then I
if you were dealing with me, I mean, ideal for me would be either the weekend of the 8th or the weekend of the 22nd of May. Or June we go the international convention. I think I'm going. I don't know if you were or not. So June, we could even push it out to like the 27th of June. It'd be kind of cool. Who knows?
I don't think you want to be, I mean, even though we're in the mountains of Kentucky,
It's warm. Okay.
we don't you
Well,
don't get the elevation advantage that we had in North Carolina with the waterfall ride. Remember how hot it was when we came off that mountain? Um
the hottest one I've been on, surprisingly, was an odd weather one, was in May, early May. It was in Pennsylvania, and we had 90-degree weather.
You
That
haven't
was
been
a
down here
that
in
was a
June and
rough one.
July yet, Jerry. We'll
Yeah.
hit 100.
I mean,
Yeah.
Tom?
Well,
I'm good. I'm good with the. Let's see here. What we could do is try to maybe do the last weekend in May, the 28th through the 28th through the 1st, or 28th through the 31st.
Yeah, the
yeah,
That
first
Memorial
gets
Day
us.
is the
Memorial Day.
25th, the weekend before that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that'd be the weekend after Memorial Day,
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which might also let people plan some more vacation or something to extend it. Anybody else have some thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts are just for myself. I don't know the weather down there, so it's on that. I'm coming from the Seattle area, so I just joined this fellowship, so I'm kind of excited. This is my first, visit with y'all. But so I've got a choice of either riding down there, which would be a big adventure, or flying down and seeing if I could either borrow or rent a bike. I
I've
prefer
had
I prefer to ride my own. I think that'd be fun.
I've
I
had
rode
some
to
great
your area
success
this
running
past
bikes.
summer, so I rode out there to Seattle from here last summer. So
Yeah, so the ride from here to there means I'm going to be going over the bigger mountains than you've got in Kentucky. So I've had snow
That sounds
in July
that
in
sounds like a plus.
Utah. Yeah, it makes for a better story if you survive.
Gary, we'll be out your way late June.
Oh, okay.
We're riding Highway 66 to California and turning right.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Well, we'll have to coordinate when you get up in the area.
Be glad to.
Gary, I've had success using riders share in different places I've flown into and on motorcycles. So just I shared that in the chat box here just now, the
Oh,
link for it.
and
So
for
okay.
it's
and
kind
if
of
you're
like
riding, if you're going to stick to the coast from the end of 66 going north,
Yeah.
uh, be forewarned, there are not a lot of bike shops on the coast. In fact, there are none for Harley, no Harley shops north of San Francisco all the way up. You have to go inland about an hour or so.
Okay.
y'all need to understand Tom rides this antique, so
26-year-old Dyna Wide Glide, and it went out there and back, broke down twice. So,
Tom, if I might throw out another idea,
mm-hmm.
there's a special needs kids camp right outside Bowling Green that we do a benefit ride every year, or have been, and we're organizing another one this year for September. Be the weekend of September 17th through 20. And we've got the local Harley dealers participating in that and the Corvette Museum in Bowling Green.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if people don't get enough bourbon tour on this trip, they're welcome to hook up with us in September for another trip to the same general area.
Well, let's talk about that a second. I mean, is there a reason that, let's see, 17th through the 20th?
Yes, sir.
I mean, for those that are going to be traveling a lot further than I will, should we consider instead of trying to do this in the spring, either tack it on front or back of that event?
You certainly can.
Is
So
that a
if-
thought, guys? What do you think?
so if you're traveling a lot farther, then that gives you a little more things to do to gain value on your time for travel.
We also don't have to. I mean, if we wanted to use Bowling Green as the center of our existence, we could, but we could also shift. I mean, I can lay routes out from Bowling Green. There are not a lot of distilleries down in that area, but and I was trying on purpose to avoid Metro Louisville area just because it's not fun.
Agreed.
Even though there's some great distilleries there, it's just not fun. I've driven through it so many times and it's just not fun.
I can check on the availability. We potentially can house people there at the Camp for Courageous Kids. It's actually Center for Courageous Kids, CCK. The physical address is Scottsville, Kentucky. But typically in the past years, we've had dinner and breakfast supplied by the camp. We ask for a $50 donation each night for both meals and the lodging. So I'll be glad to get out information on that for anybody that wants to write in and join us for that. But you're right, we could, while in the area, dovetail before or after and do more of the Bourbon Trail.
What's the name of that town?
Scottsville,
Okay.
Kentucky. It's Center for Courageous Kids.
What dates are we looking at for that?
We have that down as September 17 through 20. Darren Danley, the executive director there, rides a Harley, and he was the director of the YMCA here in our area, and he's gone up as the executive director there. But each week in the summer, they have a different specialty for children, whether it be muscular dystrophy or spina bifida or even diabetes or autism. They bring in medical professionals for that week specific to that group. So this would be our fourth trip up there.
Just sharing with you the where Ted's talking about is down near the Tennessee border there.
It's about an hour north of Nashville.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half south of Bardstown, hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's not that far from Camp Discovery down here in Tennessee that does the same stuff.
Okay.
That's John Germ, past President John Germ's brainchild, and he still raises money for.
Yep, I know John.
So that's kind of interesting. Geographically, they're really not far from each other. But
sure,
Gary, sorry,
but that's a good. I mean, that's a good ways away from Bardstown. So
it is. Yes,
it would be a situation more of shift. Go one place, stay a few days, and then go to another place and stay a few days. In my mind, and so it's just is that who's got a stomach for that, or who's got the ability to take that time off?
True.
Thoughts, people?
Well, it's kind of like the rides you go before your international conventions, like when we went to Houston, and I guess like we'll do when we go to Minnesota. We do a ride in, then have the conference.
Yeah, I thought we were going to do that to Canada. I was a rider of one.
We were there, but didn't get to ride in.
I drove in.
Hey, John, when's our zone meeting in New Orleans?
I'm not sure.
Off the top of your head?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay. What's the dates? Okay. Jane's looking them up while we're talking.
Okay.
Cool.
Because we're not missing a chance to go to New Orleans. I'm sorry, guys.
I don't care when we do it, but it'd be nice to come away with a date tonight. So
I agree.
And a little side note, you guys, I put the link in there in our chat box there for the Rider Share site. And Gary, I emailed it to you directly.
I just saw that. Thank you.
Thoughts and other questions, guys?
Okay, we're good on our zone meeting. It's in August. So if people want, I mean, that's what I don't want to, there's no reason to dive in too hard on Bardstown if and get things lined up if we're going to move it to September, which I'm fine with.
I don't know, if you do one in May, you could do another one in September.
I was thinking the same thing.
True. That's true.
John, we're all coming. Hey, listen, John, Jerry threw out some stuff the other day about waterfalls and caves.
Oh man.
It means we're all staying at your house.
Well,
He's
last
in the
time I
center.
counted, I think Nancy said that she could sleep like 23 people here without an air mattress.
That was northern Tennessee, which isn't far off from this other thing either.
John's right in the middle of all those things in Tennessee. We're calling our own whiskey trail. We've got a whiskey trail down here too now. So
we could do that ride in the fall and still connect with Ted.
Yeah,
those that wanted to.
Yeah.
But
what do you most
I think in the past, Jerry, people haven't really wanted to come down here twice in 1 year. I mean, we kind of like the idea of moving it around a little bit, but I mean, if that's what y'all want to do, I'm not going to say no.
One's Kentucky and one's Tennessee, so it's two different things.
They're cousins.
No, but they have bourbon. We have whiskey.
And beer.
I like them both.
So
So
Anybody,
just quick
anybody,
note. I just got an email from the Butler Maps people. I don't know if you guys use them very much. They make motorcycle maps specific to motorcycles. They're like waterproof, tear resistant. They're really high quality maps, but they tell you in each area where the higher quality motorcycle roads are with a lot of twisties and turns. And they're maps made by motorcyclists for motorcyclists. And they're coming out with a new one that covers the Pacific Coast Highway. So if you're going to go to California and take a right, like you're talking about, they're supposed to be coming out with that map here pretty soon.
Gary, Butler also overlaps with Rever, if you're familiar with the Rever website. The Butler maps will overlay with them.
Okay.
They're built into it.
Oh, okay. Well, I got their
what's
maps.
those maps you had me get, Jerry?
those are out of, they're called the Wild Rides
Wild
maps.
Ride
They're-
Maps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they cover quite a few different ones. I think that's Freeman Maps, isn't it?
Freeman
does
maps, yeah, out of
Yeah,
the Northeast.
FreemanMaps.com, and they cover all through the whole Appalachian area big time. And then
Yeah,
they've got a
I
couple other
bought that
stuff.
one we used up in that you were using in Johnson City.
Yeah,
And then I've bought all the ones that are around here. So I've somewhere, I don't know where they are, but they're great for trying to figure out where you need to have stops. But in this case, I think the idea of, it's just like when we were up there in Iowa, going to the brewery for lunch was somewhat the highlight of the trip for me. So Potosi, there it is. Love that Potosi beer.
I
That
got
is
a lot
very-
of family live in Potosi, what is it? Wisconsin, I guess.
Wisconsin.
yeah.
Yeah.
We took Tom down into the cellar there, big time.
My one cousin's really big in the tours that they do there, and he's actually a Rotarian. So,
Well,
and I,
everybody, if Tom does it in the spring, are you interested? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
And if Tom does it in the fall, are you interested? Raise your hand. You got it, Tom. Pick a date and go with it.
Well, for what it's worth, I can't do the fall because I'm going to be in Minneapolis for the State Motorcycle Safety Administrators Conference that weekend.
You're name dropping, huh?
Yes, I am.
So if you're doing it in spring, what date, what weeks are we looking at?
I think
He's
we
looking
talked
at
about the 28th to the 30th of May.
28th to 30th of May.
Drive in on the 28th and leave out on the 31st. Actually,
I
for
vote
those
for
that
that
can
one.
stay.
I would vote for that one.
Okay.
And then I'll con you into that caverns one on the waterfalls and caverns on the fall.
Well, it's funny because I told Jerry I'm in the process, hopefully, of going to build a house up on the mountain from outside of Chattanooga, and I have thought numerous times about doing a ride based out of Mont Eagle, Tennessee. One, because it's easy to get to on the interstate, and two, I'll have my house that we can throw a fun dinner shindig or something. But you can ride to all those places, Jerry, that were on that map, coming out of there on just beautiful back mountain roads, and including going to John's house for lunch. And
that'd be fine.
So if I'm
It
coming, I'll
can't
be
be
coming
worse
from
than a whole bunch
Sacramento. I
of-
just looked up. It's Bardstown is 2,250 miles. So, Gary, where you
It's-
planning to come from Seattle?
What's that?
Will you be coming from Seattle if you're joining the ride?
Yes. Yeah, so I've got to figure out how I'm going to do it, but now at least I got a target date.
What's the
Let
date
me
again,
He comes from
please?
Sacramento, so if you meet up.
Oh, okay.
May
Tom,
28th through the 31st.
I'm gonna put it on my calendar. May, huh?
And George and Gary, I mean, do we have a ride captain out in the west on IFMR, Jerry? As far do you know, is somebody setting up rides on the western half these
Um,
days?
yeah, the last guy is doing that. He's out of Reno. Is he Reno
Larry,
or is he's over there oh, I can't think of his name. It's not
Larry
no, it's
Trippett.
not Larry. No, it's not Larry. It's oh, I'm brain dead here all of a sudden on the
While
spot.
Jerry's pontificating, Gary, I sent you a LinkedIn request.
Oh, okay. To coordinate your trip?
Please. Uh-huh.
Sure.
I'll put my info in there.
So Ted, are you coming from the West Coast?
I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I'm waving at you, Ted, from up here.
I grew up in East Brainerd, Tom.
Oh wow,
Yo, I know
that's a
how West
crazy
Coast
area of
go.
town. Too
Had a
busy for
little
me,
growth. Had a little growth since I left.
just a tad. So I'm down on the south side downtown. So, um, all right. Well, that's progress, and I think we even said we're most interested in probably staying at the inn, the
Yep.
Distill Inn, and that'll
And
give
then
me some
figure
things to get up there and check out in person.
yeah, and get a
Um,
call into a couple of those Rotarians and get us on their radar too.
yeah, yeah, I'll work on that too.
Give me 1 second. What's Ron? It's Ron. What's Ron's last name? Mead? Is that it,
Not
guys?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember. I'm getting into our remembered spot and I'll see exactly where he lives.
But I think we had kind of a slowdown out on the west end of the country for a while there. They weren't getting as many rides put together, but
Ron is.
Way before I got involved with IFMR, and actually probably before I was involved with Rotary, the West Coast was it. I mean, there was like 400 members, and 300 of them were in California, and now it's way the opposite, more the East Coast area. Santa Margaritaville is where he lives. Santa Margarita, that's in California. I don't know where that's in California, but George, how far of that's away from Sacramento? Do you know?
Which one, Santa Monica? No,
So Santa Margarita.
Santa Margarita.
First, we were talking about beer, bourbon, whiskey, and now margaritas. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
all the food groups.
that's a good
we're a drinking club that owns motorcycles.
exactly. Well, that's a good lead into something that we're gonna down the road. Hopefully, we're gonna have a guest speaker to talk about. But I've been made aware that okay, there's a cooperative group within my zone for the Heart of America zones with the Heart of Mexico zones, and they've been doing projects there for a number of years. It's a lot of. I think they've got. Oh, good Lord, I don't know how many global projects they've got going, but they've got one there that is proposed. If it lands, it probably fits in our bailiwick pretty well. They're trying to raise money to buy motorcycle first responder motorcycles. In this town, this city is of 1.5 million, 2 million people. All the hospitals are on one side of town. And so they're having a really hard time. Sometimes it's 45 minutes to an hour just to get an ambulance to your house in an emergency. So they're proposing to put together these motorcycles that would be first responders. They would not be transporters. They just ride and be able to have defibrillators and things like that. It looks like they're going to run about fully equipped. They're going to run about $13,000 a piece. And I did think, sounds like something we could actually maybe have a goal to try to raise enough money to maybe sponsor one of those bikes. I thought it was pretty cool because it's a motorcycle.
No, where is that at?
It is is it Molina, Mexico,
Cool.
something, but it's part of our heart to heart, the heart of America to heart of Mexico Rotary Cooperation group.
Hey, as soon as you can link me up with or link somebody up for one of our upcoming meetings, let me know. I'm leaving country on the 31st of the month, so
Okay.
I'd love to get that scheduled in there.
Yeah, I would. I'm trying. They're trying to. They're waiting to find out if they got the global grant or not. I think is what they're doing. But they seem pretty confident that they'll get it. So
Awesome.
I mean, it did, when I saw it, I got kind of excited. I said, well, there's something that between us and IFMR, we ought to be able to do something with.
So the main thing we got you is the date. Now you got to work to it.
I know. Now I got to get up there and it ain't gonna be this weekend.
Yeah,
We're expecting it's
Yeah.
getting ready to get ugly here, folks.
I think
Really
tomorrow
is.
is it tomorrow
What's
it's supposed to get to
the fall
-8 or
date?
something here.
Well,
I didn't catch the fall date.
That fall date is September 17th to 20th. I mean,
That's
seriously,
correct.
Jerry, do y'all feel like that there's room to do something back down in this area in the fall too,
Absolutely.
or in September? September wouldn't
Absolutely.
be the fall. September can be hotter as blazes around here.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can get ourselves to a point with this with the fellowship. I'm the club, we can go whenever, but with the fellowship, hopefully we get to a point where we're having 2, 3 rides on the West Coast and East Coast every year, man. So hopefully
Well,
we'll
that's
be
kind of
back
been
to
our
doing
way
that. So
is one in the fall and one in the spring, and then every now and then we threw one in the summer when Carlton was alive and wanted to do a coastal run.
so yeah, sure. Go ahead. Let's put it together. Never hurts, right? And
Well,
I'm
I'll take
sure
a hard look at it and try to see if we want to run it out of Bowling Green or out of that area, or whether we want to migrate from Bowling Green or to Bowling Green from some other starting spot, whether that's Central Tennessee or
let me clarify something. September 17th to 20th, is that Ted's thing?
that's
Yes.
Ted's thing.
And so you would be looking like just before or just after, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta go.
It'd be cool even if it was just 2 or 3 of us.
Yeah, it was fun meeting all you guys.
Nice to see you,
Well,
Gary.
welcome, Gary.
Thank you
Thanks
Welcome.
for
very much.
joining
I
us,
just sent
Gary.
I had a choice of a couple of different fellowships, and I think I got the right one. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, Gary, just before you go, we're a Rotary Club, okay? But we
Yes.
host meetings for the fellowship now and then. So
Yes.
usually we try to have a motorcycle thing like once a month, but and when we have those, we send the invite out to the entire fellowship. So
Gotcha.
cool.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Gary, I
Just to
sent you
show of
my
hands,
email. You want to try and coordinate?
how many people are IFMR members?
Oh, thank you,
So,
George. I will coordinate with you.
so there's plenty of IFMR too.
Yeah. We just don't want people to be confused. Cool.
Thank
Very
you,
cool.
gentlemen.
So Ted, thank you for the invite to the
Yeah,
thing in
that sounds like fun,
September. That
actually.
sounds pretty cool.
I'll
And
get you some background information on that.
did we lose Deb?
Apparently.
I
Yeah,
think
I don't
so.
think she wanted. I don't think she liked our subject matter.
That was weird. She was having some issues with her computer, so I'm not sure. Maybe that's what happened. Okay. Well, I will take over here a little bit then. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming up tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. And we might have to get back on and do this for the Tennessee thing in the fall too. Who knows? But Tom, thank you so much for being our speaker, chairman of the committee, whatever tonight. And it's really good to see everybody. And any final thoughts, questions before we do the 5-way test? Rory, can you lead us in the 5-way test?
5-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First,
Is it the
is
truth?
it the truth?
Truth.
Second, is
Is
it
it
fair
fair
to
to
all
all
concerned?
concerned?
Third, will it be
With
Will it
goodwill
build
and
goodwill
better
and better
friendship.
Better
friendships?
friendships.
fourth, will it be beneficial to
Beneficial
all
to
To all
concerned?
concerned.
Five,
Fifth,
will
Will
it
it
be
be
Will it
fun?
be
fun?
fun? And the unofficial
Six,
number
will we get
6.
caught?
Yep.
Would be fair.
We'll catch up with you guys all in the future. Thank you for seeing you all again.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Deborah.
Hey, Jerry,
Yes, sir.
while you're on, have you met
Let me
Deborah?
stop the recording for a
Go
second.
ahead. Deborah, can you stay on a second?
Find it. Yep, that'd be
Yes.
great.
Jerry, have you met Deborah? Meet her?